Assalamualaikum and hi to my fellow friends and my lecturer. So today our group want to present about the injection molding simulation, the development of integral hinge test sample mold design via Cadmould 3D-F. Especially I like to thank to TS Dr. Khairu bin Kamruddin because this give our group this assignment to review on that paper. So my name is Muhammad Muhaimin bin Muhammad Azman and my friend is Jimmy Kudi anak dagang. So in this assignment, this is table of content which is number 1 introductions, number 2 literature review, number 3 methodology, number 4 finding, and number 5 conclusion and opinions. Who am I? My name is Muhammad Muhaimin as a first presenter, and this is my friends Jimmy Kudi as a second presenter. Introduction to injection molding simulation, the development of integral hinge test sample mold design via Cadmould 3D-F. So in this introductions, based on the paper, the simulation output was used to evaluate the environment of the injection molding parameters and the defect in the prepared mold configurations. The size and the shape of the runner were set, as well as the position of the gate and the number of cavities. In injection molding related industry, the mold was developed for mass manufacturing and complex geometry. If the volumes of the injection component rise, so does the rivalry to remain competitive. Manufacturing needs to satisfy the different and demanding demands on quality control.
Okay, now I will explain about the literature review. From the research paper, I can see that simulation is an important part in injection molding. This is simulation has a widely used in plastic manufacturing industry with more than 20 years of research and development. The injection molding software could achieve up to 99% accuracy of prediction. Okay, the second one I find in the research review is the software used in injection molding such as Mould, Mould, and Cadmould 3D. From this research paper, we can see the advantages of the Cadmould 3D, which is this software was proven to assist the mold design in terms of cost and time reduction, very short in simulation time, high accuracy simulation, and this software also can adapt to the modular and we can use this software to editing of all the thickness.
Okay, I like to share about methodology of these assignments. That method has been used to do hinge test samples based on past paper. Okay, in this paper, they use three methodology. First is material selections, second is initial setup and preliminary design, and third is outcome of simulations. Okay, we go one by one. Okay, for the material selection, the chosen material is propylene PPC 8780. This material was chosen because it has a good combination of flexibility and low warpage. This material is a controlled rheology polymer with the thermal conductivity of 0.0017 watts per centimeter per degree Celsius, and the effective thermal diffusivity of the 0.08 0.18 millimeter square per second. Okay, for the initial setup and preliminary design, the test sample with Hinge was firstly designed through the SolidWorks software. The next process is transferring the design to Cadmould 3D-F. The basic file format used by the Cadmould is the stereolithography (STL) format. STL is the default document for the automatic net formation of the final elements, typically used in most of CAD software. Outcome of simulation. The results were proven better than trial and repair method. However, there are limitations in the considering the outcome of the simulations.
Okay, now I'm going to the finding. Finding is from the obtained from the result. So now here is three finding that find in the result. The first one is the term parameter result. This is the molten polypropylene had reached 232 degrees Celsius temperature and used 0.179 seconds for filling time when the molten polymer was completely filled. So here from the statement here we can see the filling time is 0.179 and which this is reached from the temperature of 230 degrees Celsius. Okay, the second finding is from the result is during the filling, some important part of the design might affect the end of the result. For example, based on the previous research, the position of the gate might affect the distribution of the temperature through the sample. Okay, from here we can see the effect. The effect is from the position of the gate. So here we can say about the gate. The gate is important, which is we must select the good position of the gate. Okay, now is the third finding. The finding from the research paper is the gate location was located normal to the thinnest part. Hence, the minimum time was required for the molten polypropylene to solidify. So here, the point here is talking about the gate location also. So we can see here the gate location is can affect for the minimum time for molten polymer to solidify.
Okay, for the conclusion, that is summary of our assignments is Cadmould 3D-F provide sufficient results such as filling time, temperature, and when completely filling and the defect as well. This work design had produced 232 degrees Celsius temperature and 0.179 seconds by filling time when the molten polymer was completely filled. It also produced several defects such as 0.882 degree of volume shrinkage, 0.025 mm of warpage, some sinks mark and the above part of the hinge, one well line and 9 egg traps. This result could assist the mold designer to prepare necessary countermeasure in the actual process and to prepare a better mold with a minimum alteration or repair and accelerating setup and preparation times.
Okay, now I'm going to explain about my opinion based on this paper. Okay, my opinion is which is agree on and disagree for this research paper. Which is the first one is I review this article is I agree for the cost and time reduction because more products are turned out in less time. This is very good for the company with injection molding. Also, this is very good in process because process is a lot of cost and time reduction they need. Okay, next is in injection molding. Mould 3D is a world-leading CAE product for the plastic injection molding industry. It means I think the researcher for this research must be use the another software that I suggest is Mould 3D because it's a very good software. Because this software is carry out in-depth simulation of the various rank of injection molding process and to optimize product design and manufacturing. From the research paper, I can see the researcher used the polypropylene PPC 8780 material. Okay, I'm not agree with this material because this material is not good enough in material selection because the some factor. Okay, the designer must be understand the relationship between material selection, processing, and the part design to develop a hint that can be flagged the number of time during the life of an application. Okay, from material, I suggest very good material is I think is steel material because the steel material has a high strength to weight ratio, which means it is strength per unit mass. Okay, from the article also state they use one cavity or the single cavity. I think single cavity is not good enough because in order to increase the rate of production, the method should be used is multi-cavity and family cavity. This cavity is more good enough uh, different from the one cavity. Okay, in mold design, factors such as small size, number of cavity, cavity layout, runner system, gating system, shrinkage, ejection system, and molding cooling system cannot be neglected in order to determine the fault relating to mold manufacturer. Okay, for this I focus on the runner system they use in this research paper, which is they use is trapezoidal runner. Okay, for trapezoidal runner is I agree with this because at the present the runner is widely used for better fluidity and lower assembly precision relatively compared with the other runner. Okay, that's all. Thank you.